welcome. My name is Anoop, this is Rap the News, and these are the headlines for the week of May 20th, 2019. Buckle up, we're going to war. Democratic leaders have had it with Miss Pelosi. That's cause we wanna impeach, we follow closely. How much fucking longer we tolerate all this drama? Can you please send the message we're ready to cut his pension? Please tell McDonald's they need a real intervention. Thanks to the power of Me Too, they face an erecting. Seems like the rest of the restaurant industry needs to be learning a lesson and touching without any permission. The EPA's adopted new methods of health assessing that would lower any estimates, air pollution of deaths and shit, which is the same as banning reporting on drug trade recording and saying, look at us, we solved the problem on drugs. India's prime minister re-elected with love. Theresa May resigns, I think she may need a hug. Tornadoes hit Missouri, but they don't believe that stuff. If only something could happen that makes them go, Google is the latest to join American A-list in banning Chinese technology out of fear of their privacy. Which brings me to this week's topic of the week. How many different kinds of ways are we now at war? Now that I think about it, I can count more than 4. Let's break them down each by the chance that they actually happen, by who wins and who loses, who's funded by who's doing damage. I'll start with the ones on the tips of our tongues, the most savage. Alabama's determined to upend abortion is banished. It's a signal of what's to come. Roe v. Wade might be swayed challenged. That's what I call a war on a woman's autonomy. Honestly, ironic that someone who's known for disgust and adultery is seen as a hero to all evangelicals, proudly making good on his promises. Former years promising policies ominous, meanwhile the rest of the country is vomiting. Now that we know that technology can't be too omniscient, after the recent election we reached a direction that takes power away from Facebook and Twitter, to name a couple of companies making us weary of privacy. That is why recently San Francisco took a stance, made a plan. As the first city with facial technology ban, she said municipal agencies better see they can't be using that. This is the start of the cybersecurity blowback. Y'all already know that we up in the trade war with China. They trying to steer us off a collision, economy skidding. It's funny cause these tariffs make us look like we're children. It's just that stocks were doing really well before all this killing. I'm kidding. Trump is obviously playing a game of his choosing. He wants to be tough on an enemy and doesn't like losing. He's even gotten the Democrats on his back and they like that. Republicans are doubly happy as a matter of fact. Not only are we strong on China, we got a blast from the past, ratcheting up tensions with Iran and then breaking the pacts. Even though the president hasn't really been wanting that, the precedent's already set, our troops are positioned to hit. It's honestly amazing how quickly we change rotation, thanks to Benjamin Bin Zayed Bin Salman Bolton. All hate Iran is not a plan but a plot, pushing them to respond with a bomb. That way our military justifies changing laws. All that said, all this war only makes us all look strong, at least in the eyes of the president's followers. They're not wrong, cause all of these wars underscore the real war Trump is fighting. How can I win in 2020 despite my vices? By my count, that's at least 5 crises. A war on women, a war on tech, a war on China, a war on Iran, and which moron will we elect? My name is Anoop, this is Rap the News, and I'm out.